What if I told you that one tiny cooling system problem could destroy your engine long before the temperature gauge ever reaches the red zone? I've seen perfectly good engines ruined by overheating issues that started with simple, inexpensive problems. Today, I'm exposing 9 common causes of car overheating and 3 fixes that can save your engine from a repair bill that could easily exceed $5,000. Let's start with one of the most common overheating causes I see in the shop. Cause number 1, low coolant level. It sounds simple, but it destroys more engines than most drivers realize. Your cooling system depends on coolant to carry heat away from the engine. When the coolant level drops, the engine loses its ability to regulate temperature properly. The scary part is that many drivers never notice the problem until it's too late. I've had customers bring in vehicles that overheated on the highway because the coolant reservoir was nearly empty. In one case, a driver ignored a small coolant warning light for several weeks. What started as a $20 coolant top-off turned into a blown head gasket, repair costing thousands. Coolant doesn't just disappear. If the level keeps dropping, there's usually a leak somewhere in the system. It could be a radiator hose, water pump, radiator, heater core, or even an internal engine leak. Here's a quick check you can do. When the engine is completely cold, inspect the coolant reservoir. If the level is below the minimum mark, that's a warning sign you shouldn't ignore. Think of coolant like blood in the human body. Lose enough of it, and the entire system begins to fail. And stay tuned, because the overheating cause coming up next is responsible for countless roadside breakdowns every summer. Cause number 2, a stuck thermostat. It is a small and relatively inexpensive component, but when it fails, it can turn your engine into an oversized pressure cooker. The thermostat controls the flow of coolant between the engine and the radiator. When the engine is cold, it stays closed to help the engine warm up quickly. Once operating temperature is reached, it opens and allows coolant to circulate through the radiator. The problem happens when the thermostat gets stuck closed. When that occurs, hot coolant becomes trapped inside the engine. The radiator can't do its job because coolant never reaches it. Temperatures climb rapidly, and within minutes, serious engine damage can begin. I remember a customer with a mid-size SUV who thought his radiator had failed. Every time he drove for 15 minutes, the temperature gauge shot upward. The actual culprit was a thermostat that cost less than a tank of gas. One clue is a temperature gauge that suddenly spikes higher than normal after the engine has warmed up. Another clue is a heater that blows inconsistent heat inside the cabin. Here's a question. Have you ever noticed your temperature gauge acting strangely and then returning to normal? That can be an early warning sign of a thermostat beginning to stick. Now we're getting into one of the most expensive overheating issues. Cause number 3, a failing water pump. If coolant is the blood of your engine, the water pump is the heart. Its entire job is to keep coolant circulating through the engine, radiator, heater core, and cooling passages. When the water pump starts failing, coolant flow slows down or stops completely. The result is predictable. Engine temperatures begin rising, especially during long drives, heavy traffic, towing, or hot summer weather. One customer brought in a pickup truck that overheated every time he climbed a hill. Around town, everything seemed fine. On the highway, the temperature gauge would creep higher and higher. The culprit is the impeller inside the water pump had worn down and could no longer move enough coolant through the system. Some warning signs include coolant leaking near the front of the engine, a whining or grinding noise from the engine bay, or temperature fluctuations that seem to appear randomly. Here's what makes this problem dangerous. Many drivers replace hoses, thermostats, and sensors while completely overlooking the water pump. And when the pump finally fails completely, the engine can overheat within minutes. And this next one fools a lot of drivers. Cause number 4, a clogged radiator. Your radiator is basically the engine's giant heat exchanger. Hot coolant flows through it. Air passes across the cooling fins, and heat escapes into the atmosphere. But what happens when the radiator can't transfer heat efficiently? Overheating begins. Over time, radiators can become clogged internally with rust, mineral deposits, old coolant contamination, or stop-leak products. They can also become blocked externally by dirt, leaves, bugs, and road debris. I once inspected a crossover SUV that overheated every afternoon. The owner had already replaced the thermostat and temperature sensor. The real problem was that nearly half the radiator fins were blocked with debris. The radiator looked fine from a distance. Up close, It looked like a vacuum cleaner bag that hadn't been emptied in years. A clogged radiator often causes overheating at highway speeds or during hot weather because the cooling system simply can't shed heat fast enough. Here's a simple question. When was the last time you actually looked through your radiator or condenser fins with a flashlight? Most drivers never do. That's why this problem often goes unnoticed until temperatures start climbing. We've now halfway through our list, and this is where things start getting interesting. Because number 5, a bad cooling fan. Many drivers assume that if their car is moving, the radiator gets enough airflow. That's true on the highway. But what happens when you're stuck in traffic, sitting at a long red light, or creeping through a drive-thru? That's where the cooling fan takes over. The fan pulls air through the radiator when vehicle speed isn't providing enough airflow. If that fan stops working, temperatures can rise surprisingly fast. A customer once brought in a sedan that overheated every day during his commute. Strangely, the temperature dropped back to normal as soon as he reached highway speeds. The problem wasn't the radiator, thermostat, or water pump. The electric cooling fan had completely failed. Because highway airflow was cooling the engine, the issue disappeared while driving fast. But every traffic jam became a danger zone. Common warning signs include overheating at idle, temperature spikes in stop-and-go traffic, or a cooling fan that never seems to turn on. Here's a quick visual test. With the engine at operating temperature and the air conditioning turned on, most cooling fans should activate. If they don't, it's time for further inspection. Now we're entering the territory every mechanic hopes you never have to deal with. Because number 6, a leaking head gasket. This is one of the most feared overheating problems because it doesn't just cause overheating. It can actually be caused by overheating as well. It's a vicious cycle. The head gasket seals the engine block and cylinder head together. It keeps coolant, oil, and combustion gases separated from one another. When that seal begins to fail, bad things happen quickly. Hot combustion gases can enter the cooling system, creating excess pressure and forcing coolant out of the reservoir. Coolant can also leak into the cylinders and burn during combustion. One customer kept adding coolant every few days but couldn't find any leaks under the vehicle. The real problem was a failing head gasket. The engine was literally consuming coolant internally. A few months later, the repair bill exceeded $4,000 because the overheating damage had spread beyond the gasket itself. Watch for symptoms like unexplained coolant loss, white smoke from the exhaust, coolant bubbling in the reservoir, or a sweet smell coming from the tailpipe. Here's the scary part. Many drivers keep topping off coolant without asking why it's disappearing. That's like putting a bandage on a broken pipe. Next is one of the most misunderstood overheating problems in modern vehicles. Cause number 7, air trapped in the cooling system. Most drivers think cooling systems should contain only coolant. They're right. The problem is that after a coolant change, repair, leak, or component replacement, air can become trapped inside the system. And air does not remove heat nearly as effectively as coolant. Think about it like this. Imagine trying to cool your house with an air conditioner that's half full of empty space instead of refrigerant. It simply can't do its job efficiently. The same thing happens inside your engine. I've seen vehicles overheat repeatedly after a water pump replacement, not because the new pump was defective, but because the cooling system wasn't properly bled. The owner had already replaced multiple parts trying to solve the issue. The real culprit was a trapped air pocket. Air pockets can prevent coolant from circulating correctly and may even stop coolant from reaching critical engine areas. Common symptoms include fluctuating temperature readings, poor heater performance, gurgling sounds behind the dashboard, and overheating that seems inconsistent. Here's something many drivers don't realize. A perfectly healthy cooling system can overheat if enough air gets trapped inside. We've got 2 causes left, and the next one is a maintenance item, so often ignored that many people don't even know it exists until their engine starts cooking itself. Cause number 8, old or contaminated coolant. Many people treat coolant as if it lasts forever. It doesn't. Coolant contains additives that prevent corrosion, lubricate components like the water pump, and help control temperature. Over time, those additives break down and lose effectiveness. When that happens, corrosion starts forming inside the cooling system. I've drained cooling systems that looked more like muddy water than coolant. Rust particles, scale buildup, and contamination were circulating through the engine, clogging passages and reducing cooling efficiency. One customer had never changed the coolant in over 10 years. The vehicle constantly ran hotter than normal, especially during summer. After a complete cooling system service and flush, operating temperatures dropped noticeably. That's how much difference healthy coolant can make. Watch for coolant that appears rusty, brown, cloudy, or full of debris. Also pay attention to maintenance schedules. Many manufacturers recommend coolant replacement at specific mileage or time intervals. Here's the important takeaway. Even if every cooling system component is working correctly, degraded coolant can still contribute to overheating. Cause number 9. A faulty radiator cap. Most people see the radiator cap as nothing more than a lid. In reality, it's a critical part of the cooling system. The cap maintains pressure inside the system. That pressure raises the boiling point of the coolant and helps prevent overheating. When the cap fails, pressure escapes. And when pressure escapes, coolant can boil at lower temperatures. Think of it like a pressure cooker with a loose lid. It can no longer handle heat the way it was designed to. I've seen drivers replace thermostats, sensors, water pumps, and even radiators before discovering that the real problem was a worn-out radiator cap costing less than $20. One customer spent hundreds chasing an intermittent overheating problem. A simple pressure test revealed the cap could no longer hold the required pressure. The replacement fixed the issue immediately. Symptoms can include coolant overflow, unexplained coolant loss, overheating during heavy loads, and coolant pushing into the overflow tank more than normal. But knowing the causes is only half the battle. Now let's talk about the 3 fixes that can save your engine before minor overheating becomes catastrophic engine failure. Fix number 1. Pull over and cool it down. The moment your gauge hits the red, turn off the AC, turn the heater on full blast. It pulls heat out of the engine. And start looking for somewhere safe to stop. Don't keep driving, hoping it cools down. Every extra minute you run an overheating engine is damage you're paying for later. Once you're stopped, do not open the radiator cap. The system is pressurized and scalding coolant will spray out. Wait at least 30 to 45 minutes with the hood up, engine off. Then check the coolant level carefully. Cloth over the cap. Turn slowly. Fix number 2. Flush the cooling system. If your car has never had a flush or it's been more than 2 years, this is the single best preventive fix you can do for an overheating-prone vehicle. Drain the old fluid, flush with water, and refill with the correct coolant mix for your specific make and model. That part matters. This costs $80 to $150 at a shop, or about $20 in parts if you DIY. It addresses causes 3, 4, 7, and 8 that we just covered. 1 job, 4 problems prevented. Fix number 3. Pressure test the system. A cooling system pressure tester, you can rent one from most auto parts stores, pressurizes the system and lets you watch for drops. A slow pressure loss means a leak somewhere. You'd be surprised what you find. A seeping hose clamp, a pinhole in a hose that only leaks under pressure, a weeping water pump seal. This is also how you check for a head gasket leak without tearing the engine apart. If the pressure drops steadily with no external leak visible, combustion gases are probably pushing the coolant out through the gasket. Catching that early is the difference between a $1,200 gasket job and a $4,000 engine replacement. Today we exposed 9 overheating causes that can destroy an engine and 3 simple fixes that can save it. Remember, overheating is never something that fixes itself. The earlier you catch the problem, the cheaper the repair usually is. If this video helped you, subscribe, because every week we expose the maintenance mistakes and hidden failures that cost drivers thousands of dollars. Let me know in the comments what overheating problem you've experienced and how much it costs to fix. And if you have a friend or family member driving around with temperature issues, share this video before a small cooling problem turns into a major engine disaster.